In today's video, I'm going to show you how to unleash the power of your Google Home Mini. Let's get started. Hey everybody, welcome to Tech with Brett, where I help tech work for you. And today we're going to do a quick review on the battery base for the Google Home Mini by Myriann. So this base costs about $20 on Amazon. I'll leave a link in the description below. But essentially is what this allows you to do is you plug in your Google Home Mini into the base, and then you can take your Google Home Mini around the house for about 10 hours is how long the battery will last. So all you would need to do is charge this with your original cable that came with the Google Home Mini. So here I can take this out and plug it in, and it will begin charging the base. Inside the box comes a magnetic plate that you'll place on the bottom of your Google Home Mini, and just make sure you hold that down for a long time, and then it will attach inside the base. So when I put it in the base, it will magnetize down. So like this, I just place it in there, and now it's magnetic, and you can see it has a pretty good hold with moving it. It's not going to fall out very easily unless you were to drop it or something. And then over here on the side, you do have the choice to use the mute switch, so that is still available. Plugging this in is pretty simple. You just need to make sure that you plug in the micro USB cable that's already attached to the base. It can't be removed, so it will always be there. So when placing this in, I found it's best to put the Google Home Mini in the right spot, put the cable as best you can right where it should be, and then tilt the Google Home Mini up just a little bit, and then put it in, and then it will be placed correctly. And then you can unplug it if your case is charged, and it will power on. Now I did have an issue when I first started to use it. The Google Home Mini wasn't turning on for some reason, so I just needed to make sure that this was on. So you hold this down for 1 second, it will turn on, and then I plugged in the cable and it started right up. But then once I did that, I had no problem with it turning on and being able to use it with no problem. So there you can see I am no longer plugged in, and it is currently working. So there you have the battery life. So it's going to show you 100%, 75, 50, and then 25% left. And testing this out, yeah, it worked great. So even though my Google Home Mini now is wireless, you still need to have a dedicated Wi-Fi connection. So if I am here anywhere in my house, we can use the Google Home Mini. So kind of done with the office today. Maybe let's take it out for a spin. All right, finally made it outside. Here I have the Google Home Mini. You can see that right now it has used 25% of the battery in here. And from my experience, it did last about 8 hours, maybe 10, wasn't quite counting, but I think you'll really get 10 hours of battery life out of this. So here you can see volume control still work. And now that we're outside, we can ask all kinds of new questions. Hey Google, what's the weather gonna be like tomorrow?
In Linden tomorrow, it'll be sunny with a high of 92 and a low of 61.
Great, sounds like it's gonna be some nice weather. How far away is Mars?
54.6 million kilometers. On the website space.com, they say, in theory, the closest that Earth and Mars would approach each other would be when Mars is at its closest point to the Sun and Earth is at its farthest. This would put the planets only 33.9 million miles, 54.6 million kilometers apart.
Thank you.
Not a problem.
So there you go. You can continue using your Google Home outside as long as you are connected to the Wi-Fi or in any other room in the house. Now, if you are disconnected from Wi-Fi, it will say that you need to go into the Google Home application and connect it. It won't let you do anything unless it has a Wi-Fi connection. I thought you might be able to use it as a Bluetooth speaker even without Wi-Fi, but really you can't do anything. So make sure you have Wi-Fi there. Now my buddy did make a video about this home base, the battery base, and connecting it to a hotspot. So you can check out TK's video. He talks all about how to do that. So I've been using this for a little while, really impressed how it works. If you don't want to get a different Google Home Mini for all the different rooms that you have, maybe you have a smaller home and you just want to take this around with you, this is definitely the device to be able to do that, where you can just quickly unplug it and then move it from room to room. So when you turn this device off, just hold it down for 1 second, it will then turn off, and now the Google Home Mini no longer has power. It does look like if you start charging this, it will automatically turn on the battery base, so it will turn on your Google Home Mini. Inside the box of the battery base, you also have another cable, so you could charge your Google Home Mini another way or charge the base. It's just a couple feet long there. And that's about it for the Google Home Mini base. The only thing that I don't like about this is when it is charging, it is showing that this is blinking, meaning that's the final dot charging. And so when it's empty, over here, this light will be on. So I think that's backwards. I think it should be switched around. This is the lowest over on the left side, and then it's fully charged on the right side. But that's just me. And for my final thoughts on the Google Home Mini battery base, definitely approved by me. It worked really well. Plugging it in works no problem once you get it in. I like how firm it is inside, like to pull it off does take a little bit of work, and you still have access to the mute button, and charging it up takes a little while to charge, but shouldn't be a problem if you're just having it sit there and you're using it anyway, and then you can easily turn it on and off. So if you guys have any further questions about the Google Home Mini battery base, let me know in the comments below. And if this is your first time here, I would love to have you subscribe so that you can be notified of my new and upcoming videos. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you on the next one.